Hello, and welcome to the User Bricks channel. Today we are starting a new series about modding for Minecraft using Mcreator. Now, if you did not know, Mcreator is a wonderful program that you can get by going to Mcreator.net, what you see on the screen, and that will take you to their homepage. You just go up here to the download, let that load, and you will, if you want to do for the latest Minecraft version for this, pick the top one. They also support the other three down below, and you'll want to click on the download button. From there, you pick your operating system and go from there. They also have how to install it have a page for that, and you can click on the different things. I am on a Mac, so I'd click that. I have downloaded it for Windows, and there are different things you can use for that. For the Windows, the installer, that's if you have admin control, and you use that and follow the instructions in the Windows bit. For the archive, that you can use that without having admin permissions. So, and you'll probably want to download the 64-bit if you have a 64-bit computer. If not, do the 32-bit. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let us talk about what you see before you. This here is a GIMP. Well, is GIMP. GIMP is a free software that you can download off of the internet. Just search up GIMP download. And you will. It should be one of the first few links. You should see the icon here when you do that. Anyway, what I'm first going to talk about is not GIMP, but from Mcreator itself. Once you have loaded up Mcreator, you can go to the tools section, and there's the three different things we'll be talking about. First, we'll be talking about the create item / block texture, and which I already have open right here. This is a really powerful thing, and you can use a bunch of different things in here. Now I've done some things so when you first load this up, it will not look like this. I have added textures to this. So like let's take a look at the leaves. Come on, the leaves. Yeah, the leaves, there used to be only a few here, but I added more here. I will show you that in a moment. But just to show you the power of this, you can create different things. You can use the drop down for all of these, or you can use the file button. I like that because you can see a lot more of everything. And yeah, you can color it whatever you want. You can use, there's a bunch of different color editing things. So naturally you would want to add to this to create your own textures and whatnot. Today I will be importing some of the 1.13 textures, I believe version 2. Get the textures however you like. That is not what this video is about. So looking at this, you can see I've added doors. We will be adding more doors in this video. I have added also a bunch of other plants, the new fern. I switched out the furnace textures for the new furnace textures. They look a lot more clean, in my opinion. And of course, you already know about the leaves. Those are 1.13 as well. I also added in andesite and smooth andesite, diorite and smooth diorite, or polished, I should say. I also added in the vine, the new vine textures. There's 4 new ones. The old ones are right here and right here. Yeah. I added in a bunch of other things. If you would like to for me to give a download for this, comment in the description, and I will put a link to my website, or one of my websites, that will have the textures on files so that you can download them, import them into the Mcreator image editor, and all that. So, to start off, you'll want to get your textures. Now the textures will, if you want them to act properly, you'll have to get them into black and white, gray gradients sort of thing. And that's what I will show you through GIMP. GIMP is really nice to do a bunch of image editing for Minecraft. Anyway, how I like to do it is I like to just input all of my different things by taking the image file, just dragging it over. Now, the saplings, I will be splitting up the textures so I can have 2 different colors on them. And I will show you that with the enchantment table. Yeah. Anyway, I have inputted a bunch of different things, including the doors. Now, for this to work, you'll want to just make all of the layers just disappear, and then I shall show you in a moment. So I will make all of these disappear, and we will be right back. Actually, no, there isn't many of these left. I've talked long enough. So yeah, let's show you with the new dead bush. To do this properly, it'll go layer by layer, and you just delete each layer as you go. But you'd want to select a layer that you want to turn into the gray gradient, or I believe, no, you can't select more than one layer. You'll go up to colors, saturation. You take this and make it go all the way down. As you can see, that turned it into the gray gradient, as I call it. So we have this. Now you go up to File, Export As, and you can name it whatever you want. This I will be naming Dead Bush New, and I am adding the new just to differentiate between the old dead bush from the old Minecraft textures and the new dead bush from the 1.13 textures. And just to be safe, you might want to add in your own suffix adding on, and you can do that by typing in whatever you want. Like, you could type in your username. For me, that would be user of bricks, or a word like new, or just N. I will be using the word new. And then I'm not wanting it to go to desktop, wanting it to go into my gray textures folder. And I have all of the ones I have finished right there, but I don't want to go there because I haven't put them into Mcreator yet. So we want to have it here. There we are. And it'll bring up this other export options. And don't worry about these. They don't really do anything, as far as I can tell, that will affect what you need. Just hit export, and that sends it right on over. Now we can take the dead bush layer, just hit this big X on the bottom. Let me widen this for everyone real quick. So yeah, then you just let the next layer be seen, go up to colors, saturation, take it all the way down, or you can go into the number editor over here, delete everything, and just click enter. And that takes it to the gray scale. And this will be granite, that, and I shall see you after I have done all of these simple color gradient texture things. Okay, I have an update to tell you. As I was going through, I found an easier way to do everything. So you go, once you have done the first saturation, you can go up to fillers, and you can click repeat saturation, and it takes it all, it does it for you. So that eliminates one step. Okay, now it's time to do a double textured thing. So I'll be using the new enchantment table texture. You'll want to put, if you have 2 layers, put 2 of them in. If you have 1 layer, put only 1 in. I have 2 layers here. Yeah, so you put 2 of the texture in, then you'll want to, I find it helpful if you make the one of them unseeable. And you go, don't do that. You go over here, click the eraser. See how big the eraser, 100 by 100. No, we do not want it that. I want it 1 by 1. And you can just erase the part that you want on another layer. So for me, it'll be the layers for the red and the diamond looking layer. And yeah, so after this, you'll want to make this layer unseeable and erase the opposite section from the other layer. So for this layer, I would make sure I'm editing the right layer, and I'll erase this. Since I don't need to be quite as precise, I'm going to turn this up to 5. Gives me a nice square box. Yeah. And it's pretty simple after this point. Pretty much you just grayscale it again, have the two textures, and then you will be able to have a double textured thing. Double textured meaning having two colors instead of just one. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can go over here, make one of them seen and one of them not. And we can see that the layers will connect to one another. Go up to the filter, the repeat, saturation, and file, export as, like before. I will have the ending of new, and this will be enchant table 1. And the 1 will signify layer 1 in my case. You can really name it whatever you want, but naming it this will make sure that both layers will be right next to each other in the image editor. Export, delete, show, file, export as. Then all you need to do is change the 1 to a 2, export it, and you are good to go. And that is how you do a double texture. Yeah, and there's other things you can do to go along with that, and they can be pretty cool. Really, the goal here is for you to just be creative and make the texture files that you want to use multiple times or might use again in the far future. And yeah, what I would suggest is do kind of how I've done, is have the gray textures folder, and always keep a copy of the gray textures in there. That will make it easier to transfer all of these files from one Mcreator version to the next. Okay, now it's time to show you how to import into Mcreator. What I mean is import all of the gray scale textures. I will on one note, you will need, all the textures will need to be a 16 by 16 or they will not work. So to import these, you'll need to go into the Mcreator folder, resources, that's the RES folder, and there's a bunch of different things for the other image editor places, like GUI. Yeah, there's different things. Don't mess with that. The arm maker, that's the armor maker, and you can, I haven't figured out how to import into there yet. When I do, I will post another video showing how to do that. The animation maker, it's simple. You should be able to put in your stitched together file. Sorry, that was my phone. Stitched together file. I believe that will work. Again, in this video, I will test that out with you, and we will see together if that works. But the file that you will want to go into is the IMG maker. In here is where all of the different image files that are grayscaled for the image maker are. And if you want to see exactly how it is seen in here, the textures are 7 tall in this view. So all you have to do is do that, and you should see it here. If you're on Windows, this will work as well, but I do not believe you get to see what each of these images actually is. Though you will have to, you will be able to tell though by the name. So once you're here, you'll want to get out your gray textures. Hold on, let me get this to the right window. Yeah, and all you have to do is just drag and drop. Or in my case, I will be copying it by hitting Command C, or if you're on Windows, that would be Control C. Going into the animation folder and clicking Command V, or Windows Control V. And you just do that for all of your gray photos, and it will transfer them all over. Like, let's find one of them. The spruce door. That I just imported as, let me find it over here. Yeah, you can see right here, it has been imported. Now there are many, many implications for this. Namely, you can make things like how they have the different tools, like the shovel. They have the shovel head and the shovel handle. You can split those up so you have the shovel, the handle, and the head. Like, you could make your own hammer that you want to use multiple times, and you can separate its texture in to the handle, which you can leave you can leave it as brown, and it'll show up brown in the image editor, or you can grayscale it so you can color that as well as the head, which you would want to grayscale. So yeah, that is how you import images into the Mcreator thingy, the image maker. So yeah, if you have the Mcreator open at the time that you imported the images. You won't see them until you X out of that. I believe, yeah, you still won't see it, but you have to go back to Tools, and then you just click on this again, and your new textures should magically appear, and they're all good and dandy. So yeah, that's that. Another thing is I will show you the animated texture. This is really useful to create your animated textures, but you can add frames. You from your computer, go in, find your files. You can also import GIFs, which is very handy for multiple reasons. You can add frames from a template, so they have the fire layers, the portal, and the water flow. This is where we are going to mess around and see if we can import new animated textures. So from the anim-maker folder, I have over here some things from my mod that I'm going to be putting into it soon. I have multiple different gray scaled things. I'm going to choose the light gray. I'm going to plunk it right in there. And I believe we have to go into the name, make sure all and turn all spaces to underscores. Yeah. And now let's, we probably won't see it immediately. Yeah, we won't see it immediately. Let's see if we go back to Tools and reload the animation maker. Let's see. Ah, there we are. Yeah, I'm going to change the that name to Sea Lantern, as this is the Sea Lantern. Let's see if this works. Let's go to here. Let's go crazy color like pink. Yeah, it works. And then it's pretty simple. From here, you just like the other animated, the other texture creator in over here, the create item/block texture. You go down to use and you select blocker item, type the name, and it should be fine. And dandy. So yeah, it's just use block, type in the name, and you're all set. Now there is also this animator. This is, out of the three, in my opinion, the least useful. Though you can create your own images by clicking that and just going crazy. I don't ever use this, but if you need to use it, I would use it, just because you might not have access to some of the online image editors that are a lot better than this. And you can save it right here, or you can open an image from your computer and edit that, which I guess that would be very useful. So yeah, that's the animated textures for Mcreator. In the next video, I will show you how to create a block. I will be explaining that. And then I believe I will go to the items, tools, food, fluid, armor, range item, and just continue down the line. And yeah. So this has been the user of Bricks. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and like if you liked the video, and consider clicking the bell to be notified when the rest of this series gets uploaded. See you next time.